Good morning, everybody. It is another beautiful day here on the ranch. It has been a long time since you've seen me. I know, I'm so sorry. This video today is just going to be a little bit of a catch-up video and an update. I just want to show you what's going on. Good morning to you too. And let you guys know why you haven't seen any videos, what our plans are, what we're going to be doing, and everything else I think I need to catch you up on. It's been a few weeks. Anyway, let's get to our little tour. Let's go. All right, seeing as how we're close right here, first up on the list are the turkeys. These T-birds are getting so big. They're 12 weeks old this week. We still have a few weeks before harvest. We're planning on probably the second or third week in October, because that's also when we're supposed to have our freezer that comes in, because they can't graduate to freezer camp if there's no freezer. Yep, I'm talking about you. How you guys doing today, dinosaurs? I will say that Rob and I have actually really enjoyed raising these turkeys. They're fairly easy for the most part. We haven't had any health issues, luckily. I know a lot of people say, there's a spider hanging from my hat. You guys, these spiders are everywhere. But yeah, a lot of people have health issues with the turkeys. We haven't luckily had anything go wrong with them. They go through a lot of feed and they are very stinky and messy, I will say that. They like to poop all in one spot and then lay in that spot all day and all night, like this spot right here, like that. Gross. But other than that, they are pretty easy. What's up, chickens? Good morning, chickens. Yes, 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 we hear you. Actually, so Vader is the little cochin rooster on the left, and this pretty lady right here. Good morning to you too, Unpoco Loco. Good morning, we see you. So this little lady right in the middle of that duck and Vader, she is one of our new hens that we got from our wonderful neighbors across the street. There are Whiskey in the Jar Farm is the name of their business and their farm. And we lost one of our... Are you done? Okay. We lost one of our Lucy's, our Rhode Island Reds. I found her, I don't know, it was a few weeks ago, dead in the coop. And we have older chickens, so I wanted to grab a couple of hens that were about a year old, which is what these are, and some that were still laying. So our lovely neighbors let us purchase two laying hens from them. One is an Easter egg layer, so she kind of lays a blue-green kind of egg, similar to our Americanas. And then one of them is an olive egg layer, and she looks like a cream leg bar, but she's not. And she lays a, the only way I can describe the color, it's like a pastel fatigue green. It's an olive egg. It's really pretty. But we added those two ladies to the flock, and they're assimilating all right. Today's the first day they've actually been out and about from the coop. The past few days they've just been hiding inside the coop, not wanting to talk to anybody. These two back here are actually two of our roosters from our chicks that you'll see in a little bit. So the chicks we got the same time as the turkeys. They're also 12 weeks old. And these two are just bugging the heck out of the other girls over there, all the other little chicks. So it's time for them to come over here and get picked on themselves a little bit. Tired of their nonsense. And the gold Polish, Rob named this one Ike, because the only other Polish that we have remaining as the gold Polish is Tina. So he thought it was appropriate that this crazy ass looking rooster would be named Ike. Let's see if we can sneak up on the two new ladies. I think Vader has fallen in love with them. Will you ducks shut up? Always running their mouth. There they go. So the one that's furthest in the front That is our lady that lays our olive green egg, and the one following behind is the one who lays our teal blue. Hush up, ducks. Good grief. Who's in here? We got one little Lucy here in the nesting box. So I do like these nesting boxes, however, because we're on such an angle, so like right now I have you kind of level, but if I actually, this is level. So our pasture is definitely at a slant, and the eggs sometimes kind of go to one side, or if they poop or the rain comes in a little bit, it kind of collects in the corners, and sometimes we get wet eggs or muddy eggs. So still trying to figure out a solution for this, because it's supposed to keep the eggs nice and dry because it's got the grate and they're supposed to roll down. Yes, I know. Into here, which they do, but then in the corners collects icky stuff. Well, did you lay an egg for me? No. Get back to work. But I do see an egg underneath there. Let's see if I can. There it is. Voila. This would be our olive egg layer. They apparently like underneath the nesting boxes better. Alright, so now that we've checked on these ladies, we've gotten our one egg this morning so far. It's still early. We have some that lay in the morning, some that lay in the afternoon, some that lay once a week. So, you know, this time of year it's kind of a crapshoot. Some of them are molting, so when they're doing that, they don't lay any eggs. We had a little bit of a lice and mite problem, which we took care of with some dust and some powder for the chickens. And it looks like egg production's starting back up. We had 5 eggs yesterday, 1 egg so far today. You know. So let's go check on the little chicks who aren't so little anymore. Good morning, little chicks and Cersei. We have Cersei in here because she has gone broody, and she was broody for about a week. And when they go broody, she just basically would sit in a nesting box. She wouldn't let anybody else come in there to nest, and she wouldn't lay any eggs. So we put her in here to change her environment, stress her out a little bit to break that brood. So she's been in here about 3 days now, and she's still a little bit broody. I tested her yesterday and put her back in the regular fenced area with the big chickens, and she went right back into the nesting box to try to go broody. So she's gonna be spending some more time out here with these kids. So as you can see, everybody's growing up so fast. We're 12 weeks old and looking like chickens. Aren't those Appenzellers so cool? The black and white ones, this one? Yeah. So we're thinking that this one, that Appenzeller, is a rooster, and this one is a hen. It hasn't shown any signs of like crowing or anything, but his face is redder. He's starting to get little wattles coming in. Some of the other ones that are roosters have definitely shown signs, like this Buff Cochin. His comb has definitely gotten bigger. He's got wattles, and he every once in a while will try to crow. So definitely know that one's a rooster. You saw the other 2 roosters that we put up with the big chickens already. So yeah, and Tina is still kicking, that little crazy thing. Bless her heart, she can't see anything because her plumage is so puffy around her face. She just kind of stands in the corner all day, just contemplating what she's missing. Bless her heart. What's going on, chickens? Hey, Tina. Guys, look at all the peaches. They're almost ready. Almost. Some of them still have some green on them. We're waiting for all the green to go away. The only thing we're upset about is we've had a lot of them. We've been losing a lot of them to this cracking that's been going on. And I think it's because we got so dry and then we get heavy rain and we dry out again. I'm not quite sure. Some of them crack or some of them do this one. They explode jelly. I don't know. But they're starting to look beautiful. Oh, and have I mentioned? Fall's coming. Winter is coming, it's happening, and I'm so excited. Woo, sun's coming out, starting to warm up. We might actually, I don't know, I think we're still gonna be in the 70s today. It's been kind of cool and beautiful. It's lovely. Oh, another spider, you guys. The struggle is it's a real thing. Flipping spiders and holes. Let me get over this garden fence before I bust my butt. Okay. All right. So now we're back in the garden. Let's see what's growing on. All of our tomato plants are looking beautiful. We've been getting lots of tomatoes. We've been sharing them with our guests at our B&B. So the Carolina Golds are coming on gorgeous and plentiful. There's tons of them on here. And we actually started getting some Cherokee purples. And there is one I need to pick right now. Can you see it? Right there, that one. Aren't they gorgeous? I just wished I liked tomatoes like some other people do. I'm sure someone looks at this and says, oh my God, I would love to take a bite out of that. No, no thanks. Salsa? Yes. Cooked tomatoes? Yes. Chili? Yes. This one's being a little bit more difficult to twist off of here. Come on, give it up. There it is. Beautiful. Just a little bit of splitting just because it got dry and then we had heavy rain. That happens, but gorgeous. I actually see another one. This one's not as big, but it's definitely ready. I can feel the texture. It's gonna kind of got overripe. Sorry if you can see it there. A little overripe right there. That's a soft spot, so this one might be a chicken one. I don't know. Maybe there's a worm in there. Let's see if it moves. No. Gross. Well, I'll cut that icky spot out. We'll still use it. All right. So, all the onions failed. Our fault. Garden neglect. And the carrots are kind of haphazard. We actually pulled one of the carrots and it was the cutest little thing. And we tasted it and it tastes delicious, but then the other ones are just, I don't know, struggling. They're growing, there's greenage, but there's no carrot. It could be because we overseeded and didn't thin them out once they started to grow. Sometimes that can inhibit the actual root growth. But what you gonna do? This is our experimental year. We also only got like 10 potatoes. A lot of them were eaten by the moles, bastards. I even have the mole solar repellent stuff that's in here that beeps and is supposed to scare all the moles away. No. All the potatoes that were like this size, when we pulled them out of the ground, they had like big holes in them where they'd been eaten or they were halfway gone. Yeah, what are you gonna do? We didn't even plant the potatoes. They were leftover volunteer potatoes from the previous owner. So next year we'll definitely be more intentional with where and how many potatoes we plant, because we definitely go through a lot of potatoes, a lot of garlic, a lot of onions. Oh, wow. However, we did get this side of the garden cleared out and some new stuff planted. You can probably see right there. Pretty sure these are zucchini that Rob wanted to get planted again. So we went ahead and planted some more zucchini just because we still have enough time, hopefully, in our growing season. I'm thinking we actually might have an early frost this year because of the temperature changes. Just kind of looking around what's going on with the trees. I don't know. Worst case, we don't get any zucchini. Best case, we get a couple zucchini. We did have some corn planted also down there, but it's just not coming up fast enough. I do see some of the sprouts, actually, now that I'm talking about it. That little itty bitty sprig of grass you can see behind the, let me see here. Right there. That little sprig of grass, that is actually corn. So at least the corn is sprouting, which is always good. I don't think we're gonna have enough time left in this growing season to actually get corn out of these few rows. But that's part of gardening, and that's part of our little experimenting here. Because we also have a Florida state of mind where it's not gonna snow. It's not gonna get really, really cold. Well, yeah, it sure is up here. However, check this thing out behind me. So you remember that little volunteer plant that we had no idea what it was? We know what it is now. This sucker has taken over and we are totally letting it go Jumanji. Don't even care because it is doing fantastic, and it is spaghetti squash. We must have had some leftover spaghetti squash that we threw out for the chickens to pick at, and they planted some seeds for us. Check out how big these squash are doing and how well. I think trellising squash or pumpkins or anything like that is the way to go, because these are doing wonderful. Look at this thing. If you look under here, there's the spaghetti squash. There's another one. Here's another one. It's doing so well. There's another one. There's one on the rock. Looks like some kind of caterpillar or something's getting to the ones that are out here. And see, it's amazing because the plant that's out here, that's touching the ground, is ravaged. Something's eating it. Also, I do know that our groundhogs have been eating my plants. But I'll tell you about that in a minute. So, but all the parts that are up on the trellis, or on the old chicken run, should I say, are doing wonderful. There's no disease, there's nothing eating them. They have a really great spot. The soil in this run from all the chickens over the years is really helping this plant out. There's another one I just saw hanging there. Look at them things. I also see some volunteer tomato plants in there. It's wonderful. This has been fun, just watching this thing go wild and do its own thing. So those of you who follow us on Instagram and Facebook have probably already seen this, but our pear tree is doing amazing this year with all the pears, but at the same time, it's losing branches. They keep snapping. 1, 2, we've had 3 big branches snap off of this thing, because you can kind of see how it's bending. There's so much fruit on the tree, but they're not ripe, they're not ready yet. And I'm so upset because we've lost 3 big branches of pears that now we can't use. They've turned into pig food because the darn tree isn't strong enough to hold up the fruit. I mean, it's a wonderful thing to have so much fruit on the tree, but I just wish the tree was strong enough to hold up its own. Look at all these pears. I mean, isn't that gorgeous? It's just like a picture. Look at that. All right, let's go check on the boo-boos. Those girls are getting so big. They're still little, but they're getting so grown up. It's so cute. They're turning into little goats with their personalities. Dolly and Adele have puffed up with their cashmere that's already coming in because the temperatures have started to cool off a little bit here. So they look like big old cotton balls. I'm running down here now because our guests that are at the Airbnb have left for the day. It looks like they are out and about. And I don't like to really film while we have guests right here, you know, try to give them their privacy. But we'll talk more about that in a minute because we're very excited that we're waving at the neighbors. Hi, little girls. Can you say hello to everybody? Hello. Look how big we're getting. Hi, Reba. Dolly. Look at doll baby. Adele, the original boo-boo. Look at this. All of this cashmere. Look at all of this fluff. It's so freaking soft, you guys. Look at this cotton ball. Look how puffy. Gimme, gimme, gimme. And then, of course, there's little beautiful Freya, who's so quiet and polite and just waits her turn to get scratched. She's so sweet. Not like you. You're adorable and you're sweet, but you do not wait your turn. You say hi, Adele? Say hi. You tell your Aunt Sarah hi. You tell Cam hi. Everybody at Biltmore say hi. Look how big I'm getting. Boop. And Reba, she started off so skittish and she's still a little weird, but she definitely enjoys a nice neck scratch. So Reba, for those of you who don't know, Reba and Dolly are twin sisters, but they're opposites. And it's interesting because they are 3/4 cashmere, 1/4 boar. And Reba is definitely showing that she's taken on more of the boar traits, especially with her coat. Because you can see that white that's flushing through a little bit through the black. That's her winter coat starting to come in, her little bit of cashmere, compared to Dolly's, where she started getting this a month ago. And it is super thick and long. It's just really neat to see the difference between twin sisters. Freya, you're so beautiful. All right, let's go sneak down and check on Chunks while the guests are still out. And for those of you who've seen the previous videos where I talked about Chunks blowing her coat, because it's that time of year where some pigs, or most pigs, that have really thick hair or coats, whatever you want to call it, they start to lose their coat. She only had a little bit at that time. She's a naked pig now. Wait till you see her. It's not scary at all. Nah. All right, coming down here, there's Chunks way down there. I wanted to show you guys this too on the way. So this is all the area where Luno first was. When we first moved here in December, this whole area was like a little round pen, a temporary spot that we made for her. So we're just now seeing the results of her leftover manure, which are tomatoes. We've had some tomatoes grow down here, some squash. Looks like these are cherry tomatoes, as you can see. Look at these beautiful things. So these just kind of started growing and I went ahead and trellised them up. Tell you what, sometimes Chunks is a better gardener than we are because everything grows out of her poop. Hey Chunks. What you doing? You made just a big muddy mess out of this place up here. Yeah, come wintertime, or actually before wintertime, we're gonna move Chunks from here. We're gonna move her up to where, close to where the garden and everything is up there, so we can see her from the house. And we're gonna have her start working on the area that we're gonna put gardens in, hopefully in spring. so she can do more of this kind of stuff, more of this tilling for us. She can do all the hard work. Can you show everybody how pretty you are? Because you're not scary at all, right? No, we're not scary at all. No. We're just a little bit naked. Kind of completely naked. She's got some patches left. You're still beautiful. You're still beautiful. Kinda. Yeah. But if you look, you see the little real short ones? Those are all her new hairs growing in already. That's all new hair. So that'll be nice and long again. Her hair length is about 6 inches whenever it's fully grown in. So she'll be nice and covered for wintertime. And her and the duck are still palling around. All right, so I've walked up to the orchard where we have all of our grown-up goats to show you just how much they've done. Look at that, you can even see them from here. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm pretty sure Pixie is in the middle of heat because she is very curious, very flirty, and likes to scream right now. Yeah. You have a lot to say, don't you? We have a boyfriend lined up for you, don't worry. You and Sadie both. Hopefully here in another month. Next time you guys cycle through, you're gonna want on a date. Yeah, you too, Sadie. Where are your brothers at? Where are the boys? Boys! They don't care about me. They care about the hay they got. I mean, look at that mouthful. Looks like Spike from Land Before Time, eating the grass. Trying to get to the peaches. Oh, not trying, got. Thanks. I was gonna eat those, but you know, you can have them. And if you guys remember when we first put the goats up here, we kind of did a before shot, which I'm gonna put up right now. So this is the before, and this is the after, I think it's been about 4 weeks. So they've done a wonderful job cleaning this up. There's still some of the stickweed left, but I know they're not gonna eat every single bit of it. I'm sure they would if I was a mean dad and starved them, but I'm not, am I? So we are going to be expanding their paddock to give them some more space to clear out. Yes. So you only want to talk when I'm not looking at you? Huh, Pixie? Are you ready for a boyfriend? Huh? Is it time for a boyfriend? Okay. So anyway, I'll probably be doing that either this afternoon, hopefully, and trying to film some of it, or sometime this week. It's just been very hectic with my work schedule and Rob's work schedule now. It's hard to get anything done. Anyway, let me try to find a shady spot for me to sit so we can talk. Whoop. Hang on, guys. You're falling. Stay with me, will you? Make this easy. Don't run away on me. That's better, I think. All right, so we're gonna sit here and hang out with the goats for a little bit. So I think on the last video that I was in, if I can remember correctly, I had kind of promised you guys an update because our video schedule was going to change, and clearly I'm sure for those of you who were eagerly waiting for our videos, you've seen that we haven't had any really coming out. I unfortunately had to go back to work. So I was working for Biltmore. I can say that now that I'm no longer employed with them. I loved working at Biltmore, and I was at the farmyard in Antler Hill Village. If you guys ever visit Biltmore Estate, stop by the farmyard and say hey to my folks. They're really great people, and they do a really good job there educating the public, and you get to see the animals and pet them. It's a fun experience. But that's what I was doing. That's where all of these lovely goats came from. I think I probably spent a couple months worth of wages in goats. Who cares? But that's where all of our goats are built, more goats. So I was working there, and then when COVID hit, I got furloughed with everybody on the estate except for a few that they kept on. Hey, will you not eat the camera? Thank you. I know, Pixie, you want your boyfriend, but I'm not him, okay? No, that's not gonna happen. You go away, thank you. After I got furloughed for a few months, then they finally did a big layoff where they let go of some people, which I can understand because they're only operating at a certain capacity and business is business. So that's right around the time that the video that I was talking about, things were getting ready to change, because that also was the same time that my unemployment ran out, so I wasn't getting any paychecks and we had to kind of scramble. So I did have to get another job. I'm not going to say where I'm working. Those of you who know me or close, you know where I'm working. I'm not very happy there, but it's a job and I'm doing what I can. I am so grateful to have Rob, because he has been helping out so much with the chores and just keeping up on the daily activities here. He's even started to do some videos by himself, which he did a very good job. Hi, Jacques. And but my schedule is kind of all over the place. There's some days where I have to be at work at 6 in the morning, some days 1 in the afternoon. So keeping track of the farm and the chores and everything has been difficult, and making videos has been very difficult. So the point is, our new schedule right now is going to be 1 video a week that I'm going to promise you. And if we can get any other bonus videos in, then you guys will have some bonus videos that pop up. But I'm going to definitely promise you 1 video a week from now on, until the schedule either evens out or we come up with something different, or I lose my mind and I don't work there anymore. Who knows? Sadie, are you exploring the camera? That's not to eat. Please don't eat my camera. Please don't eat my camera. So yeah. So that's basically been what's going on. We were trying to wait to do this update video when both of us could be in the video. Unfortunately, our schedules just are not allowing that. So Rob is still working as a nurse in the ER, and he's working nights again just because it pays a little extra. And he's working, I think most of his weeks go like 6-day stretches, because he's also picking up some overtime and stuff like that. This has just been a very tough year after the move and everything. With COVID hitting, it derailed the majority of our plans. So we're having to adapt. The Airbnb is open. I know a lot of you who follow us on Facebook and Instagram saw that. So that has been a wonderful blessing, because that's definitely helping out financially. We are currently booked almost all the way through October. I think we still have about a week and a half available in October for anybody who wants to come up. You can just search on Airbnb Two Studs Ranch and you should be able to find it. We're doing wonderful with that. All of our guests have been great so far. No major issues. And that's another adaptation, because I'm a very private person usually, which is funny because we do this YouTube platform and it's not very private because you're sharing your life with people. But when I'm here on my mountain doing these videos, I'm usually alone. And I love my peace and quiet, so it's definitely odd having strangers on the estate, but everyone has been very respectful so far. And so yeah, that's kind of our update. Funky schedules. Hopefully Rob will be doing some more videos by himself too. Hopefully we'll be able to do some videos together. We definitely have some more plans. I mean, we still have we have more chicks coming. Ooh, I do need to tell you about that. We have more chicks coming. So I have I think I have 6 chicks that are gonna be egg layers, and I have 10 Cornish cross meat bird chicks coming in. So hopefully those will finish the same time the turkeys are gonna finish, and we're gonna have one big harvest. I don't know if we're gonna film that or not, just because that'll be our first time doing that together here. And we kind of want to focus completely on that and respect the process and respect the animal. So we'll see. You never know what will come up. But that's going to be happening mid-October. Let's go there. We have the girls the older two, so Sadie and Pixie, we have a boyfriend lined up for them. My old manager, Carson at Biltmore, is wonderful. I miss my Biltmore family so much, but he's been so wonderful and so kind, and he's allowing us to bring the girls in to breed with one of their bucks that they have there. So that is wonderful. Thank you, Carson. I know you watch the videos sometimes. We really appreciate it. And that, I think, is going to be it, because there's just, we really can't handle any much more this year with both of us working full-time again, and everything that's going on. So we're excited for fall. It's coming. The leaves are already changing. It's cool in the air. It's beautiful. I'm ready for winter. I'm ready for that first snow. I can't wait. Last year, I think the first snow was November 1st. So let's see how that pans out. Hey, Sadie, can you say hi? Can you say hi? Oh, you want some love? You got some stickers in your bum. Oh, you're gonna knock me over. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope I answered questions. I didn't really have a script or anything ready for this. This was just a walk in the woods kind of thing. Thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. I think since our last video, we've gained like 40 new subscribers, which for us, this little channel, that's a big deal. Thank you so much. Welcome. And for all of our other subscribers that have been here since the beginning, thank you so much for sticking around. And remember to like, subscribe, and share all these videos. It helps us out so much. I tell you what, I'll make you a promise. If you get this channel to 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers by Halloween, I will quit my job and record it for you guys. How about that? Let's do that. Let's get us to 1,000 subscribers this year in 2020. That way we can get monetized and start really getting this YouTube channel going. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for sharing. Until next time, bye guys. We love ya. Sadie, what are you doing? No. You need to get off of your hut. Pixie, just because I come up here does not mean you guys are getting food. You've already had your food today. There's plenty of stuff for you to eat. I'm coming up to make your pen bigger. Now get off of there. You crazy thing. Get off.